Hey, Tyson Bongiorno here, courtabuse.org. Hey, check this out. So I had filed 3 federal lawsuits in the federal court in Kansas. All 3 federal lawsuits, they were denied. Stupid, totally stupid. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I had a chance to go over to Africa and do some ministry work and discipleship. So by all means, I'm no Bible beater, but I do read scripture and I do know what the scripture says. When you're a judge or an attorney or a federal judge, you're under oath. You're under oath to follow the Constitution. And the Bible specifically talks about, not in these exact words, but it talks about corruption in the courts with judges. So let me read some scripture to you. Ezekiel 22, 27 through 29. Her officials within her are like wolves tearing their prey. They shed blood and kill people to make unjust gain. They deny justice to the oppressed. Deuteronomy 16, 18 through 20. Appoint judges and officials. They must judge the people fairly. Do not pervert justice or show partiality. Do not accept a bribe, for bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the innocent. Follow justice and justice alone. A hypocrite judge who pretends to uphold justice but secretly cheats or favors people is condemned here. Isaiah 10, verse 1 through 2. Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees, to deprive the poor of their rights and withhold justice from the oppressed. Hypocrite judges are cursed because they say they're protecting justice, but their rulings oppress the vulnerable. So, man, I've done some research on these judges and these federal judges and even some state officials. And I've looked at their biographies, and they hide behind this Christian faith, and they're this holy roller, but yet they violate the oath that they took. They're the ones that are violating the constitutional laws by not upholding the Constitution. They took an oath to follow the Constitution, and they failed. They failed. These 3 federal lawsuits that I had filed one lawsuit on the state courts and the judges, one lawsuit on DCF, and one lawsuit on a child case investigator. The child case investigator, she had 13 counts in my federal lawsuit with undeniable facts. I proved it in the federal lawsuit with transcripts and whatever, that she had 13 counts of due process and constitutional violations. DCF, my other lawsuit, 63 counts of due process and constitutional violations. The judges and the court clerks, they had 29 counts of due process and constitutional violations. But yet, the federal judge denied every single lawsuit. It's like, what's going on here? These judges are supposed to uphold the Constitution and follow the constitutional laws, but yet they're doing the same thing. These 3 federal lawsuits that I had were undeniable. I had facts and documentation from this entire case that they had committed due process and constitutional violations. Secondly, is there's no adjudication of paternity. When there is no adjudication of paternity, all judges lose immunity. They act outside their jurisdiction. They've lost immunity. And these federal judges guarded them with immunity. And it's sad that You have law-abiding citizens like myself. I'm a law-abiding citizen. And you have federal judges that are protecting these state actors. It is sad. And I don't understand. Something has to change. Something has to change. Do these federal judges and these state judges, do they go home at night thinking that, they had a good day's worth of work because they didn't uphold their oath? Like I said, I've done the research on these federal judges and these state officials and these state judges, and they hide behind this Christian faith that they're this Christian, and it's sad. But what do? I'm glad that I am exposing all this on the media and on YouTube, because federal court, state court, all of that, whether it's in Kansas, like my case is in Kansas, or it's in another state, it is pointless. It is pointless because all of these state actors, state officials, they're protected. They're shielded, and it's sad. And they get away with it. They get away with taking away our constitutional rights, robbing us of due process. But like I said, I just take it to the internet. I've exposed all of these federal judges and these state judges, man. I'm telling you, I put it all on there, and it's all factual. It's not my opinion. I've backed it up with all the facts and the documents, and but man, it is what it is. Check us out, courtabuse.org. Our website and our YouTube is just getting established, but we're getting a lot of hits. And which is good. So, man, if you're going through the same thing, keep up the fight. We all got to stick together on this. Thank you.